Dun, dun, dun. Ta-da! Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Omega Revolution. My name is Debbie, and tonight I'm here with my partner, Ray. And we have two special guests, Josh and Kevin. And Ray can tell you a lot more about them because she spends a lot more time. I know we want all the dirty little deets on these boys. And I know we know about their cellular health, about Josh's anyways.
It's not good.
It's not good yet.
Well, now it's probably good. I've almost done another bottle.
Awesome. Good plug. Okay, so I'll let you take it away, Ray, and you can share with us about Josh and Kevin and what we're going to learn about tonight.
Sure. So Josh and Kevin are part of the Leads to Profits team. They are, man, I couldn't even begin to tell you their host of experiences, particularly in the area of social media and marketing. They're branding wizards without a doubt. And they, not only do they have years of post-secondary behind the two of them, but they also teach and are instrumental in, wow, so many successful businesses and people. So we're super excited to be able to have them on board. I know we've only got them for a short period of time over the summer. So we're trying to do our Tech Tuesdays, keep them down to like 30 minutes each one. And these boys are going to be off to Europe soon, and we're going to be losing them. But yeah, today we're talking about, is it email marketing, correct?
We are talking about collecting emails, why they're important, because people think they may not be, and yeah, that kind of thing.
Awesome. Okay, take it away. I'm gonna make sure that you are the host, and you can go right ahead and yeah. You are, so you're good to go.
Okay. So today, what we are going to discuss is why do you need an email list and how can you collect the emails? So one thing that people always ask is, first of all, where do they collect emails? Do they have to have a website? Like, do they have to have a lead page? Do you have to have forms? How do you collect emails? Or if they have people coming into their business, and they have a list, like maybe they've written out a bunch of names on Excel. What do they do with them then? How do you actually take these emails and use them for your business? Because they are incredibly beneficial. So we're going to discuss actually how you can use them, the best ways to use them, and how to collect them, and how to get them into a software for good use. Kev, anything to add?
Yeah, this is also, so it's going to be breaking down quiz ads as well. And I know last time someone requested to see how they could drive traffic to their website. And this is a way to collect emails, but it's also a really good way to drive traffic to your landing page as well, just to keep in mind.
Wonderful. Okay, so why do you need email lists and how can you collect them? So the three main things that we like to use email lists for is to promote products and offers. So it's a great way to have that touch point with clients. You can send any email at any time to your audience. The second one is targeting on Facebook is super effective. For this, you need an email list of over 500 people. But if you do, you can drastically increase your Facebook ad conversion. So it takes away all the guesswork in the ads. So one of the hardest things is when people are trying to decide who to target, they often don't know. However, if you have an email list of people that have purchased from you, for instance, then Facebook will take all those emails and they'll create lookalike audiences of people that have the same characteristics and purchasing behaviors as that email list, and they'll send the ads to them. So those are really, really high converting ads. So targeting on Facebook is a great way to use your email lists. And the third one is to build your brand. And again, that's just sending out emails about your brand, about releases, about new products, about whatever it is. If you have that direct contact, emails are a great way to get it out there. All right, some different ways to collect emails. We're going to show you guys a couple examples of how people collect emails. I'm sure you've all gone through the process of putting your email in to receive something. So we're just going to show you a couple good examples of ways that you can get people to opt in and collect their emails. So the first one, of course, is if they purchase from you. We haven't included that one here because every time someone purchases, they put in their email. You should be keeping that email. So you can use it for other things. You can use it to sell them other products down the line. So you can upsell them. So you can promote whatever it is. But yeah, we'll show you a couple examples here. First one's Rike.com. Okay, so Power the Modern Agile Enterprise. This is a basic email opt-in that I'm sure you have seen a million times. The reason I'm showing you this is because if you have a website and this is something you should always have on your website. You should have some sort of way that people would opt in and leave you their email if they want to learn more about you, or if they want to contact you, or whatever it is. But you should always have some sort of contact call to action for people to enter their email. So in this case, it's crush your 2021 goals and keep moving forward with Rike's work management platform. Enter your business email and you get a free trial. So a free trial or discounts are great ways to collect emails. So you have to offer something to get something in return. What they're offering here is a free trial for an email. So yeah, that's one example. The next is a pretty cool one. So it's providing as much information as possible. So this is just valuable information. It is LarryLaw.com. All right, so need help with law school. So they're clearly targeting anyone who's going to law school, anyone who's having a hard time, get help now, especially in law school exams. My God, yes, I do. I'm Larry Law. So they sign up and then they get free help with their law school. So this is subscribing to a newsletter. So how you can implement this into your business is if you're teaching about, say, health or diet or nutrition to try and get people interested in Zinzino or any other related products. If you have a diet plan or some nutritional information, people can sign up and join your newsletter. Therefore, you can continually prime them with information and eventually lead that to a sale. We'll show you also how to do that in this training. We'll show you what platforms we like to use and how to create a customer journey. We'll do a brief overview of it, and then how to send different emails at different times of the customer journey. And then here's the quiz ad that's like Kevin and I's favorite and most effective, I think, because it's fun, and fun is important. Okay, so quiz. What does your personality type say about your earning potential? This is definitely one of the best ways to collect emails because people enjoy it. They have no problem giving an email away if it's something that they want. So they want to get the answer. They want to find out more. So especially when they go through the whole quiz, if you were to go through this, at the end, there's an email opt-in. And then as soon as someone enters their email, they get the answer to the quiz and they automatically enter your workflow journey. So that's the three ways that we love to get people on board. You have to give something away to get something in return. So that's the premise of collecting emails. Kev?
And on the Rike example, it just goes to show that they have the email collection at the very top of their page. It's like the only thing that you see. And that just shows that like why it's so important to have the email. That's all they focus on, because usually it takes 7 touch points with the customer to get them to actually go through with the sale. So with an email, as soon as you collect the email, you can set it on the back end to have them entered into maybe you already pre-made 7 emails to fire out to anyone that signs up over the next 2 weeks. And then that way you have 7 touch points. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, hopefully they convert into a sale.
Yeah, no, exactly. Okay, so now what? So say you add a form on your website and you're giving away a nutritional plan in order to decrease inflammation. What do you do with that email? How do you get it into a software automatically without you having to go copy and paste all the emails in? Where do the emails go? What we like to do is, of course, enter them into a database. So here's 3 common databases. There's MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, and DripCampaign. My personal favorite is ActiveCampaign. However, we use MailChimp quite a lot because it's the most cost effective. So when people are starting out and they want a simple, cheap way to start, MailChimp's a good platform, although I think ActiveCampaign has more options and is better suited to a customer journey. So we'll show you what it looks like. So say you collect the email, this is what MailChimp looks like and how to put someone on a journey so that they're getting the information that will prime them for whatever it is that you want. So like Kevin mentioned, 7 touch points before they purchase. So we usually like to map out at least a 7-tier email flow. This is an account I just set up today. But what you want to do is if you add a tag and you add a tag to everyone who enters your form, they automatically get put into MailChimp. You have to do that through, it depends on what platform, so I can't really tell you how to integrate MailChimp with whatever web server you are. But if you're using WordPress, there's a plugin that you can just download, and then you can automatically send people to MailChimp. I'm sure that's with Wix and all the other website platforms as well. But yeah, here's within MailChimp. You can click on customer journey, create a journey, and we'll do a Enzino sale journey. So this is where you pick your audience, and your audience is where the people who opt into your form will automatically be placed. So as soon as you integrate it using the plugin on whatever platform you're using, that customer or that prospect will automatically go into this bucket, that audience, which you will then take on this journey. So this is what it looks like. So how do they begin? How do they start on the journey? If a tag is added, which means if they go through that form, so we'll do tag is added. You type in whatever that tag was. So Enzino form, or we'll pretend like this was a quiz they went through. So the Enzino quiz, perfect, our favorite, again. And this is the bare bones, the starting blocks of the journey. So they've entered. The first thing you're gonna do is probably send a welcome email. So you click, send an email, and then there's a bunch of templates which you can design in order to make an email. But I'd say, yeah, it's something like a welcome email. And you can take them on whatever journey it is you want. Again, tell them about yourself, map it out. You can have delays in between. It's quite fun when you get going, but it's very, very effective. And once you build it out, it's just sitting there and it's there forever, which is the nicest part. So you build out 10 emails and there's say 3 or 4 emails that are building up to a sale and then a sale pitch. And then if they don't purchase, there's 2 or 3 more attempts at the pitch. Once it's built, people just go through that on repeat and you optimize it, tweak it. It's a really, really strong way to get sales through, constant touch points, through collecting their information.
And it's not, it looks a little complex, but it's not. It's really simple, and there's a lot of pre-made templates. So you don't need any coding experience or anything like that. I think it's on here when you click through, but yeah, a bunch of pre-made templates for you to choose in. All you have to do is drag in an image and put in your text, and that's it. And then you set when you want the delays between the emails. So right there, you can have a one day delay, 2-day delay for each email to send.
Yeah, and then you can send another email. So this one's a welcome email. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking my Enzino quiz. They delay a day. You send another one saying, here are the top 10 ways that you can get information. And it's a blog link that you've offered. And there's tons of different strategies for this. This is one of the best ways to grow a Facebook group as well. If people always have a hard time growing Facebook group, they don't know how to do it. They think it's organic. But if you are running quiz funnels and people are taking quizzes, there's hundreds of people going through it. Get them in your email sequence and tell them about the community. Tell them about the incredible things everyone's learning, they're engaging. You make people want to be a part of that community through emails. Really good way to link that to your Facebook group as well. So I know that's something that people have a difficult time doing, is growing that Facebook group. So that's one great use of email lists.
Yeah, and also when you collect emails, if you collect their name as well or other data, you can actually use that data to personalize the emails. So if you have their first name, you can have a placeholder on the email you put in hashtag first name, and then it'll come up on their email with it'll seem like it's more personalized, even though it's actually just automatically done for you. Yeah.
No, exactly. And then it gives you some good starting points and templates. So sell products, make an announcement, tell a story, follow up, and educate.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the gist of it. The missing piece here would be, of course, how do you get people to your landing page? How do you get people to your website to opt into your form? And again, said it before, but quiz funnels, best way to do it, I think, and that's done through a Facebook ad with the quiz on it. Everyone clicks on it, enters their email, they automatically enter your journey, and throughout the journey, you can offer them whatever it is you want to join a Facebook group. So yeah, you can do it in stages. So stage 1, you have 3 emails to get them to join a Facebook group. Stage 3, 4, 5, 6, you're just building up for a course sale perhaps, and then you're selling your course or whatever it is. So there's endless uses if you do have an email list, and people think they don't check their emails or it's kind of spammy and stuff, but it's really not. It works super, super well still. So that's kind of the tip of the iceberg with email marketing. It's all about collecting that email, entering it into a database that's pre-built so you don't have to go and do all this manual work, and let it run.
Yeah, and the idea would be to have like multiple customer journeys. You would have different email flows. So if you have a product ad, you would collect their email, and then if they click through to your product ad but didn't purchase, you would have 7 emails set to different value points about your product, and then go for the sale at the end. But if it's something like you had a healthy heart quiz ad or something like that, that's not really about a product in specifically, then you would have an email flow that's just talking about 7 ways to improve your heart health, and then you go for the sale.
Yeah.
So it's just a really good way to scale when you're only a single person, because it allows you to have a conversation with like 700 people in a day.
Yeah. And it also just decreases the cost of acquisition per client, essentially. So of course, if someone enters their email, there's a very, very slim chance they're going to purchase right away. So instead of letting that person go back into the space of the internet, you now have that relationship where you can build with them. They can gain that trust and through that kind of thing on a personal level. I do think this is super helpful for a Facebook group of any sort too. So that's a great way to get them into your group. Yeah, and that's essentially what we're bringing to the table today, a brief little email marketing tutorial. Yeah.
Now, and up to the question part.
Yeah, if there's
When
any
can
questions,
I hire you?
feel free to ask.
Oh, right. So I'm
Wow,
thinking that exact same thing. Like, we need to be doing this. This was such a great outline. Thank you, guys.
It was a
No
little
worries.
fast for me, and that's why I'm super happy that this is being recorded so that I can actually go back and watch it again, because it's just, when this isn't something that the average person normally does, it's that's the beauty of what we're doing here, is that we're going to be able to go back at our own pace, pause it, and move forward and learn from that, because there's so much valuable information there just to absorb all at once. Personally myself, and I don't know what the question Gail is going to be asking here, but I would definitely love some more training, or just some training on the MailChimp itself in the future. Or any of them that are creating quizzes, because I know, that's something important that we're going to be all looking to do in the future is growing our groups, growing our audiences, and growing our customer base.
Yeah, I think the best part about this too is it's upfront work that's there forever. So if you find the perfect formula for you, that's a, say, 20 email sequence where there's different, it can get pretty complex as you go. But if you do have that perfect formula where you're retargeting people with emails and stuff, the conversions are extremely high and it can be really, really successful. And you can hit them with, you can utilize that one email for so many different purposes throughout the journey. It's just taking the time to build it. And then you start, strategically, so say the Facebook group, and then you prime them into taking a free training that you've made. And then from the free training, there's a paid training. And it can be a big network eventually, once you just take the time to build it out and perfect the network of emails, I guess.
Okay,
But,
so just one question I would have on that then. So your 20 roughly email sequence that you're referring to, would that be something that we, would you just keep it very simple each stage of those 20s, of that 20 sequence, like just one question per thing? Like, how would you structure that?
So it would be just building a relationship with that person. So the same way you communicate with them, essentially the first welcome email, just like, thank you so much for joining. You try and just give them as much value as possible. So simple, yes, but just give them constant value in whatever stage you're in. So if it's a Facebook group, just try and provide them with, say, 5 incredible reasons why they should join the community to benefit them. And you're always just trying to nurture that they're going to benefit from whatever step of the way it is. So the length is not that important. It's just about how much value you can get to them in a concise way, I think.
So it's kind of like that cute boy in high school that, you know, you kind of liked, you kind of move in slow and
Exactly.
you create that relationship. Is that kind of what
That's
you're
exactly it. You're warming them up. You're warming up, get them to know you. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so there wasn't any questions. I'm just going to check on Facebook to see if we had anything.
Yeah.
We got a hey and an interesting, and we still have a couple people watching on Facebook. So
I've posted
Yeah.
both Josh and Kevin's email address just in the chat there. So for those of you watching in Facebook land, it would be Josh, Josh, at leads, LEADS, profits.org, or Kevin at leads2profits.org. So you can reach either of them there, and then I've posted them here as well.
I would be curious to know how many people are trying to collect emails, or who, like, do people have email lists? Are people aware that it's beneficial? Because I'm curious where people struggle the most, because what we found when working with people one-on-one is kind of the whole network of it. But if people do happen to have an email list, they often don't know how to utilize it to the best of their potential, or they just strictly don't know how to collect the emails even from the get-go. So people have different issues throughout the journey, or they know they have to
So-
collect emails, but they don't know what to do with it. So it'd
Yeah,
be
I
interesting.
think one of the things, like all of our partners that are building customer bases receive emails with their customer base. And so part of our Zinzino back office it starts with a collection of customer data that includes emails, right? So what's interesting is, like, if I think about, like, like I've got, I don't know, 36 customers or something just in my personal database. So I have those emails just personally. It likely would be helpful to create an email sequence to go to those customers, correct?
Yeah. So for instance, if you're having a Zinzino, I know you guys do giveaways and incentives and that kind of thing, creating like a 4 email sequence, mapping out over the span of the month. So the draw is going to be on the last day of the month. You could have the first one, announcing it again, because on Facebook, of course, as everyone knows, Facebook posts don't always show up on your news feed, so people may miss that. But if you hit them with a email sequence as well, so you map out the 4 on first of the month, you build the 4 emails, they send every week, and it just informs them about what it is, and then the last one can announce the winner, or you can do something like that as well. So it's a really great way to just double down on the information that you're saying online as well. So yeah, but I think it's always just a great way to build a relationship with people through email as well. So
awesome. Always fascinating. And
I know, I can't wait for part 2.
well, do we
Part
have
two
to
and
wait?
Part 4.
yeah, hey,
Let's begin part 2 right now.
We have part 2 scheduled for August 3rd, I believe, correct?
yes.
That's
Yes,
correct.
Yes.
Right, awesome.
Yeah, and that'll be, I think, essentially how to turn emails into dollars for people and how to actually
Awesome.
create kind of a network. So lots we can do. If there's any questions as well, if people want to know whether it's how to shape the emails, or that we can do all that stuff too, but I don't know how
Mhm.
where people's curiosity is at. So yeah.
Well, it's awfully quick, but I'm going to see if I'm going to have time to create even a 4 email sequence, and maybe you guys can then show me what I'm supposed to do with it.
Would love to. We could even we can do that as a little example call too, or something. I don't know. But
That's
Yeah,
a
well,
good
no, just
idea, Deb.
so then we're actually working with something that's, from our back
yeah,
office.
good call. So we
and
can
just
walk
kind
through
of
next
show
week.
show the sequence to go through that. So that would be an interesting way to do that. So
Yeah, we could absolutely do that.
awesome. Well, thank you guys for your time, and we appreciate it as always. Yeah, I think that's it.
You are a wealth of wisdom and inspiring every time. I am grateful to know you. Thank you.
And it's not even Wednesday.
We're grateful to know you. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
And we're honored.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. And we'll
No
see you
worries.
next Tuesday.
Yes. See you next
Perfect.
Tuesday. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye.
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 Bye.